It's month 14.
Sounds about right.
Perfection 12. We are kindly being hosted by, we're in the same room, which is an achievement in itself. Yeah.
Is this our first reflection in person?
I think it is, man. I think it is. Exciting times. And we're also being hosted by our wonderful friends at Flow, obviously a close partner of our business. So big thanks to them. And
whose 10-year birthday is today.
Yes, congrats. The age of a fourth grader now, the agency is.
Stage 1, 2.
Yeah. And they're, I mean, we were just talking about, got a great space, amazing clients, and a really good team as well. Very aspirational for us to look at and think, hopefully one day. But a lot's been happening in the industry this month, so a lot to talk about.
Yeah, man.
We'll kick off with what have you learnt, seen, kind of experienced this month?
Yeah, elephant in the room was obviously the sad loss of Cash Rewards. I think it's been well documented, especially with the IPX event that followed. They obviously pointed to it a couple of times in that, and it's all over LinkedIn, and anyone that's in our industry is talking about it. So very, very sad turn of events. Quite surprising. I don't think anyone really saw it coming.
Yeah.
And I think fair to say presents everyone, not just us, with like a different challenge, because Cash Rewards were one of two very, very big players within the cashback space, and broadly on a lot of campaigns would have been top 3, 4, 5 publishers on most affiliate programs. So the void and the whole of that volume and where that goes, and is it picked up by other partners, is it lost to the channel in its entirety, is kind of what everyone needs to work out respective to their own individual clients. So another example of a channel-wide impact that we have to navigate through that we haven't had before. It's been a year of, feels like it's been a year of like significant change in affiliates, not for the better.
No, definitely not. Like change that puts into question the viability, of the channel long term.
Well, even like the meetings that we've had a lot of client meetings this month, and everyone knows about it. And it does shine a light on the channel.
Literally one that we just had.
Exactly. So I think everyone's asking the question, and it's not a very positive question. And so while we're trying to assess the impacts, we're also having to navigate after stuff that happened earlier on in the year. Now this, it doesn't shine a particularly good light on the channel, but
definitely not.
Just feel for the people.
Yeah, first and foremost, that's like it's something I've been thinking about in the context of like, we always joke about getting older and stuff, and like, financial security, things going up in price. Like obviously we're building a business at a time where, we're also planning the later stages of our lives, but
the expensive stage.
Facts. And to see that companies that are really well established and have really kind of great value propositions, and have, in our eyes, obviously like a place in market and a foothold in market that you don't see kind of going away, vanishing overnight, right? Like it puts into question, obviously, where we're going as a business, where our careers are going, and rather than see it as like, which I don't think is the case at all, because there's so much vibrancy in other, parts of the industry, basically everywhere else in the industry, rather than see it as like something that means that we need to correct course and kind of, completely change what we're doing. I think in essence, it's a reminder that you need to evolve, and that you need to be mindful that, no next day is going to be the same as the last, and you're not promised anything, particularly in kind of, a digitally kind of, anchored business or industry. So
you've got to be on your toes.
For sure. So that's kind of, obviously at a human level, we just really feel for everyone there, and it seems like a lot of people are actually like finding footing across the industry, which is great to see. And there's obviously a bunch of great talent there that anyone would be lucky to have on board, and so that's fantastic.
You do raise a good point though, because we were also having a conversation with someone really senior in an agency talking about like media as a whole, and the fact that they're getting a lot of really ex-senior people hired for what would be junior level or more junior level roles than maybe what they have on their CVs, because it does feel like the landscape at the moment is going through a bit of a squeeze when people are spending more than they ever have. Like, especially in the e-com world. So there is a bit of a juxtaposition of like e-com's booming, but the cost of living is squeezing just general purchasing. And it's playing out in media. So yeah, it is an interesting time, but you're right. Any size business, whether it's us, Flow, Size, or Holdcos or whatever, you do have to be on your toes and be ready for the next thing, because something else will happen.
For sure. Yeah, exactly. You got to be ready for the next.
So, what about you, man?
I'll probably. I mean, you touched on it briefly, but just a big shout out to the guys at Impact and pulling off I think it's Iron over there that kind of handles the event planning and marketing for them, but just an amazing IPX event. Obviously, we've kind of spoken to great partnerships day at Partnerize and connect with the guys at Commission Factory as well. But IPX is I don't think you got a chance to go last year, but they always kind of evolve the offering, and I think always say it's going to be hard to beat, but honestly this year will be really, really hard to beat. It's always like a challenge to get the networking component, the knowledge sharing component, and the product update components of a day like that to work in harmony with each other, and they did that extremely well. And as a showcase of partnerships, as a channel and an industry, it was for any clients that are new to channel or haven't kind of had too much exposure to it, or even people that have been out of channel that are kind of coming back into it, I think it was a great showcase. And genuinely, I think we were both kind of a bit awestruck and super proud and happy of how everything turned out that day. So yeah, a big shout out to them. Keen to see what happens next year. They're already planning for next year.
Well, they reckon it's going to be bigger. And don't know how to your point, just seeing that many affiliate related people in one room, is quite a comforting. It kind of ties back into the point we were making before around the uncertainty. Although on one hand we're talking about the sad loss of cash rewards, seeing that amount of affiliate people in one room was geez, I thought
thought it was doing better. True.
So that was comforting in equal measure. So, but yeah, brilliant event.
Anything you've learnt in particular this month?
Be on your toes.
Yeah. True.
I don't know. We've obviously started working with different clients at different stages of their affiliate evolution, and that always brings about learning. You're learning how they operate, what they need, as well as the kind of technical side of things around suitable partners and stuff like that. So I think, we're starting a journey with one particular client that's going to be quite a different one for us than we've done before. And not so much learning, but going back to IPX, understanding the next wave of tech advancements that Impact are bringing out. And it was the same at Partnerize, and it was the same at Commission Factory. The tech guys and the platforms are really leveling up the usage of their platforms. They're listening to what the market needs. They're understanding where affiliate is going, and they're building tech to support that.
Sure.
So less about a learning side of that, but becoming aware of what they're prioritizing and meeting the needs of what we're going to be putting in front of clients, which is quite nice. Yeah, that'd probably be the main two.
Sick.
What about you?
There's this odd kind of inverse relationship between how tough things are from a macroeconomic standpoint, and how difficult it is for consumers to kind of buy larger household items or experiences or whatever it is. But it's kind of in favor of our channel in a big way.
And creating a need.
Exactly. And you can see that and obviously it doesn't help that one of the biggest players in our space has obviously left, but there's already so much scarcity for inventory and coverage in
Yeah.
market, right? And it is forcing prices up. It's changing models as well, particularly in like the content and creator space, right? But you know, you can't just kind of dip in and dip out when you want in the channel now. There's a lot more foreplanning that needs to happen, and it's a real show that, like, as we spoke about in the pitch today, like it is a lean in experience from a customer's standpoint, right? Like there's real value in affiliate environments because they are the places that customers usually go to when they're making a purchase, whether it's research, whether it's incentives, you know, their advocacy, like there's a comforting feeling of knowing that, yes, like broader market dynamics might not be great for consumer spending, but they are leading to a behavior in consumers, which is like, you know, research and, you know, purchasing online, which favors that channel pretty significantly.
Yeah.
So I think that broader kind of balance is something that I'm like watching really closely and like wanting to always like learn more about.
Yeah.
And factor into our pitches, because I think that's like that behavior is like it's very palpable. Everyone's kind of going through it and like, you know, transitioning that cultural phenomenon into like the demand for our channel, I think is like a nice tension that we can play with clients. But yeah, I think that's just kind of amplifying. I mean, October and November are going to be big months for us.
Yeah.
But what are you looking forward to start of Q4?
We're not really like we are doing a fair bit for Cyber Weekend, but that's always a bit of a hectic period. I think there's that. Obviously, it's key period in terms of the channel and demand side of things. So securing, you know, decent placements. We've got a lot of new client conversations happening, so seeing where they go. But with regards to our existing clients, just continuing to solidify relationships. You know, a lot of these guys we've been working with for 6 months or so. So just continue to build on that, have a strong end to the year, and start planning, you know, really solidly for beginning of next year, because there's a couple that really hit the ground running when it comes to January. So I think closing out the year strongly. Like the thing is, we're pretty much in October now. Before you know it, it'll be December and everything will quiet and wind down. So the next 2 months are pretty big.
Imperative, yeah.
You?
Sure. Yeah. I'm 100% aligned on that. I also think about we did a really good job in December and January last year of like using the time well and just thinking about things that like we could do to gear us up for just acknowledging, and everyone's feedback at that time was it's super slow in December, it's super slow in January. People are on holidays, on leave, and we experienced that firsthand, but we got ahead of that curve by preparing, planning, and using the desk time to our advantage to say, okay, cool, we're not bogged down in pitches and we're not bogged down in client work. Let's arm ourselves for the remainder of the year. So I think that is what I'm trying to figure out what we do at that time. Like in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, cool, blue sky. Like what could we do? Is it like a day out retreat type of thing where we kind of figure out what our plan is for the calendar year? Is it
teeing up around a golf?
Maybe, hey, pun intended, not intended.
Teeing up.
Yeah, I like it. Or it could be just like building out some resource that we like, a pitch resource that we kind of use on an ongoing basis, like we did at the top of this year, where there's a little kind of per vertical playbook. So not sure, but I'm looking forward to having a bit of mental availability so that we can kind of work on that stuff.
It's a good point, because we repositioned ourselves in that time. We updated the website. We updated our collateral. Flyers. We did those one pages. You're right. We obviously did the new business stuff. So you're right. We did actually use the time
done really well.
And it's an approach that we used to scoff at a little bit, of like stepping back, but it is pretty important.
It's helpful, yeah, man.
And we did that last year, and it changed where we position ourselves in the market, which is pretty important. So yeah, I'm with you on that. I think December last year was an interesting time because it felt like we were losing momentum of what we'd done a few months prior. Whereas this year, I think we might have a different
outlook on it, because things have gone like pretty well, dare I say.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Yeah.
Hey, there
Yeah.
you go.
Good way to end it.